You have similar facial features to Joe Rogan.
Some guy told me tonight, too.
Really?
Kind of makes me feel good. He's like my dad.
This episode of Real Garbage is brought to you by Black Sheep Comedy at Logan's Pub in Victoria, BC, every Tuesday night at 8 p.m.
This episode is also brought to you by laughter. It's the best, really.
This episode's also brought to you by marijuana.
Oh, yeah.
I've consumed too much.
This is Real Garbage.
What's up, everybody?
Hello.
Hey.
You can say hi. We have an unfamiliar voice on the podcast today. Let me introduce you to one of my new comedian friends in town in Victoria, BC. He has been on the Kill Tony podcast very recently in Vancouver. He co-produces the room Black Sheep Comedy at Logan's Pub. I mentioned that earlier. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Sign-ups at 7:30. If you're a comedian, come on down and try it out. He has also helped produce a number of other rooms in town. He's been featured all over town on open mic nights. He has been a host several times for several of the rooms as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Sauve.
Hey, guys.
What's happening?
I don't know.
Smoked a bit of weed today, did you?
Lots of weed, lots of caffeine.
You got that Gorilla Glue, eh?
Yeah, that's the good shit.
Shit's
Makes me
fucking-
confused, so you know it's good.
Oh, yeah.
That's nighttime weed for sure.
Oh, man, I got to stop smoking so much weed. It's terrible.
Yeah, me too.
Or fucking it up smoking sativa at night. That's the worst.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do sativa, eh?
No,
No.
I can't do sativa anytime. I do it. I just get scared. It's because the caffeine and sativa, I think they don't mix well. So I like to go heavy indica and then lots of caffeine. Then I find my perfect balance.
Nice. It's all about that balance.
Is sativa the fast, speedy one
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
you're productive and stuff?
Have you seen the...
I'm productive on indica, though. I am. I'm
Oh,
doing
you
a
just-
podcast at like 8:30 at night right now after doing comedy.
Fuck
No.
yeah.
Very
It was a good
productive.
time. Yeah. We even got Katie smoking with us, too, which is rare.
Is it?
Tell my grandma.
You want me to edit it out?
How old's
No,
your
she
grandma?
doesn't watch them anyway.
When they're big, she'll be like, well, I better check this out now.
Yeah, fuck. She'll have.
How old is your grandma? 'Cause you're
I always
young.
say 69, but I think she's like 71 now.
Oh yeah,
She's a gilf though.
is she?
Well,
Yeah.
You said she's like super active and crazy energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's very youthful.
Mhm.
And she just like spends all of her time like drinking wine, which is jam-packed with antioxidants,
Mhm.
and watching Dr. Phil and Judge Judy. She's very like righteous, but in an inappropriate way.
Well, that's what happens when you watch too much Dr. Phil. You start to become him.
Yeah.
Telling everybody shit with your eyes closed.
Well, I think that you should try this.
Look at me.
My grandma watches Jerry Springer.
Is that still on?
Still a thing?
Really?
Apparently.
Wow.
She's like 75.
Damn.
What do you remember watching in the afternoon when you were homesick when you were a kid? For me, it was The Price is Right.
Yes.
Always The Price is Right.
I would try to watch The Price is Right, but my stepdad got so mad at the people who bid $1 because I'm pretty sure he considered it like cheating or something, or just like like you're doing the bare minimal, and if you end up winning the showcase or the prize, like you're like fuck you. So anytime I was watching The Price is Right, he'd be like, I can't be in here.
How come your stepdad was home during the day?
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing at home on
He
an afternoon at 2 o'clock?
he had his own courier business.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Set
Cool.
your own hours.
Yeah.
I always thought being a courier would be kind of a sweet job. You just drive around and listen to audiobooks and podcasts.
Yeah.
And eating.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was looking at some courier jobs recently, actually, because I'm just going back into the workforce.
Ooh.
But
Ooh.
I don't really have a clean abstract.
How's
so-
your hip?
My hip's doing great.
How's Aquafit going?
Aquafit is no more.
Oh, what?
No,
Ooh.
I don't have time for that. It's at 9 a.m.
Oh.
That was only just when, yeah.
I started getting up at 6 a.m. this week.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the quiet morning time. The family above me has been gone all weekend.
Nice.
This has been a dream. It's so nice.
Yeah.
Ah.
They're crazy, eh?
They're so loud.
Raptors are extinct.
How many kids are there?
3.
Oh my god.
3?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I thought it was 2 for a while, but there's I
that's-
think it's like I don't know the age of kids. I'm just guessing,
Yeah,
like a
just-
4-year-old boy and like a 2-year-old girl and then like a newborn that's like 6 months old and just cries.
Yeah, I don't know how people do one more than one. It's so much work, but you just start neglecting the other ones. Because once you have every single person, they've had a second kid and third kid. Those kids just like they're like, yeah, you'll be fine.
I was a middle child.
This
Yeah,
one's
I didn't get anything new.
Yeah.
And all my brother's hand-me-downs. And back in the 90s, man, like Bugle Boy and
forgot
hyper-color
about
shirts that
those.
you sweat on and they change colors.
Oh yeah, well, I
Chip-
saw the outfits in the movie we're going to talk about, and I was like, oh yeah, I definitely had some these colors going on back then, and now I know where I got my style from.
Yeah.
What did you watch in the afternoon when you were homesick? Because it's totally different. It's like 10 years later.
Yeah. Fuck. What?
Price is Right.
Yeah. The Price is Right. We went over that.
What was it doing? How long has Drew Carey been doing it for?
I watched with Bob Barker.
Okay.
I'm not that. that
Actual
young.
retail price.
Yeah. Fuck. What else did I watch? I think I watched because I was younger, so like the Disney Channel, because a lot of channels were blocked too.
Blocked.
Like
Just didn't
Family
have them.
parent
Channel?
guards.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
But I watched like Judge Judy, Judge Joe Brown, Maury,
Yeah.
and Jerry Springer.
I grew up seeing all that.
Yeah.
Fucking never really got into like the Judge Judy. I've only seen clips and stuff. So
I
ridiculous.
aspire to be like her, just calling everyone out aggressively.
That's
or
what
just
I'm
be like,
starting to do. Not
Moron!
Not aggressively, but
Oh, I live like 90% of my life aggressively.
Do you?
Yeah.
it's
Especially.
surprising when she gets fired
not-
up because it just doesn't seem like you're not supposed to get all.
I used to
angry
live
like
my
this.
life like that, and now I'm just like the complete opposite.
Well, I don't wake up like, oh,
No,
let's
but
go.
I just avoid aggression at all costs now. It's not worth it. So I've learned in my old age. Just like
You're
not
so
worth it to
wise.
get not really, but it's just not worth it
Wiser.
to get bent out of shape over like little things, especially traffic and stuff. You already know people are gonna be assholes.
True.
So you just be like, okay, I'm going out there with the mindset that they're fucking assholes.
See, for
Then I
me,
smoke some weed and hit the road, and there's completely peaceful, you know?
it's
No
more.
rush.
I think it's like my stress ball, just like getting fired up.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm releasing it.
yeah,
Just,
yeah.
Fuck you.
Well, the other day, my boyfriend said that he wants to like carry a notebook with him when he's in my car so he can write down all the snarky things I say to people. And I'll just I'll catch myself doing it. Like someone will be walking and they'll like go to step on the off the sidewalk to jaywalk, and I'll be like, "Don't fucking do it, dude."
Oh, you have to have those conversations.
That's
then-
hilarious.
And then
though.
Brandon will be like, "Don't fucking do it, dude."
Or I love the just like what, why? And then
Yeah.
they stop and you're like, fuck off. Tailgaters. I can't.
Oh,
I
yep.
can't.
No,
deal
I
with
know.
Tailgaters, and I don't brake check people because I think if they hit me, I don't want to deal with this shit right
Yeah.
now. I got places to be.
That's fair.
But I've yelled out the window at people, just
Oh,
screamed
yeah.
loud,
I've
and
been
they've
there.
heard me and they back off. I'm like, this is what ICB should be doing with our money, is pumping it into these educational videos. I've talked about this before. Is educating people on how dangerous it
I
is
know.
to drive that close behind someone.
I know.
Yeah.
My little brother does it all the time. Like we drove
Ooh.
across the country together, and I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Dude, fucking stop, tail." He's like, "I'm not. This is how I drive." I'm like, "He's like, it's been fine forever." I'm like, "Yeah, till it's not.
Till somebody
Yeah.
slams
One
on the fucking
second,
brakes.
you're done."
Yeah.
Or you know what a funny video would be? Actually, have a bunch of people walking on a street and have a couple people walking right behind people in front of them. Like I'm talking, and then as soon as they stop, they slam into them. They're like, "What are
Yeah.
you doing?"
Yeah.
And then you could just have like, "Would you do that behind someone? Then why would you do it when you drive?" I'm gonna make that video.
Yeah.
A few years ago, I had this asshole doing it to me, and he was like, I don't know, looked like a cracker or something. Little crackheady.
It
Not
wasn't
like,
just
not like
super
cracker,
white.
like white person.
Yeah. I
just-
was like,
Yeah.
damn.
I think it's an Ontario term. I just call any junkies or people who look like they're
Crackers.
drug addicts crackers.
Interesting.
But anyway, and then
Okay.
he's like, looking all aggressive in the mirror, and then fucking cops like whoop whoop right behind him. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, because I was ready to fucking brake check this guy. I was like, dude, I'll punch you in your face. Like I hate when guys get aggressive with me. Now I avoid it, but it's like fuck.
I think it was like a month or so ago, this guy behind me was tailgating me. I was on the Pepe going like 110, matching the flow of traffic, and he was on my ass. And he just kept tailgating me. And at one point we were stopped at a red light and I was looking in my rear view and I was like, you fucking motherfucker. And he sees me like sassing him. And then he gets all sassy with me. So we're still at the red light. And I like lean forward in my chair and like slam my foot all down on the brake so I have leverage. And I'm just like in my mirror and I'm like, you want to fucking go, bud? Let's fucking go. I'm like, get the fuck off my ass. I will fuck your shit up. It's your fucking fault. It's not mine. And then the green light goes and he stayed away from me after that. He was probably like, holy shit.
I would too, because when I first met you, I thought you were like a nice, kind person.
You're wrong, buddy.
Yeah.
And now I'm scared. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, good. I am nice. Just don't tailgate me.
Exactly. Don't fucking piss you
Don't.
off. Everyone's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't do that
Bust
anymore.
out some ninja shit in the fucking streets.
Oh my God, yeah.
Just
Literally-
like the kids in this movie that we reviewed.
We should go be 3 ninjas.
Fucking
right
3
now.
ninjas.
Oh, we could.
Hmm?
We could.
You got a ninja outfit? You got your mask
I'm wearing all black.
and your nickname?
I-
Oh my God. So this. All right. Should we get into it?
I
Should we do
guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I was just gonna say an inappropriate joke. But
Do it.
What is? Yeah.
I was just saying we could be just like the 3 ninjas and just 3 white people beating up a bunch of Asians.
Yeah.
Except that's
Terrible.
Yeah.
Isn't that what
ninjas.
happens in that movie?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry.
And
Edit
kids
that
at
out.
their school.
No.
I'm just kidding.
All right. So
Sorry.
the synopsis of the movie we did, 3 Ninjas, is let's see if I can
Yeah.
explain this.
Summarize it.
It's 3 kids, all aged about 12, let's say. Maybe 10,
Maybe
10
like
11, 12.
9 to 12.
Yeah,
Yeah.
9 to 12.
Yeah.
Who every year get trained by their grandfather, who's very Asian.
Very.
He's a
Very
ninja
Japanese.
master. Or Japanese, yes.
Is that? Are you sure?
Yeah, because
Oh, yeah, because it's mentioned in the movie at some point. isn't
and
it?
because ninjas are from the Japanese culture.
Oh,
yeah.
You got, I don't know anything about
She
ninjas.
does, she
I
does a
learned
lot
it all
of
from 3 ninjas.
she does a lot of research on stuff. She
Oh,
reads
yeah.
the trivia and
Oh,
shit, so she
nice.
always brings so
And
much more
news-
information than I do.
And news articles from movies. I really
Oh, yeah.
dive deep into this.
And the wife
trash.
says it. That's my Japanese side.
Yeah.
of the movie.
And I'm like,
I remember
Yeah,
now.
It's my. I'm like, what?
No, she doesn't even say Japanese.
no,
she
she
says
said
it's
Asian.
my Asian
Yeah.
side.
I
like,
think
do
it's
you
my
not
Asian side.
know? That's supposed to be your
Get
dad.
23 and me, bitch.
Yeah, honestly, you were
Yeah,
adopted.
that's her dad. Like it doesn't. And the
It
kid-
doesn't add up.
Wouldn't the kids have some Asian
Well,
in
they
them
didn't-
too?
You would think, but they're all adopted. Or maybe they adopted that old man from a nursing home and he has dementia and doesn't remember his real family and just remembers his ninja stuff from Japan. And they're like, oh, just let him teach you. Like, he's old. He doesn't remember anything. He doesn't have anyone.
That would make more sense than this movie.
Yeah.
It would.
Then
Because-
having 2 Caucasian parents with
This-
3 Caucasian sons.
So this movie was a big part of my childhood.
Me too. I watched it. It was 92 when it came out, and it scored a 32% from the critics
came-
and a 53% from the
Not
viewers.
It
deserved.
came
I
out
give it
on
like a-
VHS in '93.
That would
I
have been.
checked today.
What, oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, just to see because I thought I was 8, but then I must have been 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was.
Actually,
That was
January
11
of
then.
'93 it came out, so I was
Oh, wow.
still 8.
And it was. It was a great. I remember it making me want to be a ninja when I watched it when I was a kid. Like that's my brother and I were just kicking stuff, like throwing kicks all over the house, jumping over shit. Like we grew up on a farm. We'd just be outside fucking running through the bush and shit.
That's how
Yeah.
Charlie's Angels made me feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 of them, three ninjas.
Yeah.
It made me think I could fucking beat up adults,
Yeah.
and I kept that mindset through my whole childhood.
But the mind of a child is impressionable.
Oh, so impressionable.
Soak it all up because, like, fuck. And he's training them hard.
Yeah.
They're using actual swords.
Mm-hmm.
So I will give this movie one thing. The choreography actually wasn't too bad.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
the best.
when-
It was
part.
pretty decent.
When they were hitting punches and kicks, they didn't look, over the top dramatic, and you couldn't tell that they weren't hitting.
Yeah. Like there,
But-
it was. I will say the choreography was great.
I don't know what martial art they're using. Is that?
It seemed like
But
well, they're mixing.
It's not. It's not useful though.
No.
If you put any of them in the UFC cage, that's what I love.
Put
The
those
UFC
kids
has
in there.
proven like
Oh
what
yeah,
martial arts work
one
because
style.
that's good for
will not
like
work.
fancy looks. But
Yeah.
if you didn't know what you were doing, those guys would obviously fuck you up, spin kick you to the head. And like,
It's movie martial arts
Yeah.
because that's like Van Damme movies. Are you a Van Damme fan?
yeah, I was a huge Van Damme fan. He's
gotta-
fucking insane
He's
now.
so good. He had a
He's a
show.
crazy person.
Was he actually legit crazy now?
Yeah, I think he's like a huge cokehead, man.
He-
He's
What?
Oh, he always was. He always
yeah.
was. You
he's
could see
so
that
weird.
through his career.
Haven't you ever seen his videos on like Twitter and shit?
No, I don't
No.
use Twitter.
It was a few years ago. It was like, fuck.
Well, he had that show. He did a show actually called. It was on Amazon Prime. It was called Jean-Claude Van Johnson, and I think it came out in 2017. It was great. They're not doing a second season though. It sucks. So the premise was, Jean-Claude Van Johnson is a secret agent who goes undercover as Jean-Claude Van Damme, the actor.
Yeah.
Or Jean-Claude Van Johnson is his spy name, and Van Damme, he just goes does that as his cover, and he travels around doing different missions. There's like 6 episodes. It's his best work.
Yeah.
It was fantastic, and it didn't get a second season. I'm like, why? He did the Dimmock in like the 6th episode.
I don't know what
Broke
that
this.
is.
That's the death touch from Bloodsport. Yeah, he broke the bricks.
Yeah, my
Call
memories.
call yourself a Van Damme fan.
Yeah, man, but I've it's been a long time. He made me do the splits though when I was a kid.
I try to all the
Whoa.
time.
I got there. I fucking heard some popping too. But I was
Actually?
fine. Yeah, because I just kept doing it every day. I would try.
Oh,
and I
wow.
got it. Yeah.
How long did
Wow.
it take you? Do you remember?
No, it was so blurry.
Like a month or 2 months?
No idea, man. That whole time in my life was crazy. I was just watching Three Ninjas and
How many
I
times
was
did you
eight-
watch this
I was
movie?
8, probably hundreds, man.
really?
I remember watching it
Crazy.
every day, like 3 times a day.
Really?
You said
And
earlier tonight, and I
then-
was like, wow.
Well, it was a fucked up time in my life. Like I was 8, and then I would like I was smoking cigarettes
Wow.
and like fighting these kids across the street all the time. And just me and my one buddy
Where did you grow up?
in Ontario. That
Yeah,
time
right.
was in London, Ontario, though, which is like a shitty fucking city. It's rough. And we lived in like the ghetto complex, you know. So there's a lot going on, running around, just like fighting and smoking, and we're at a job delivering papers at like 8. I was like a grown adult.
Oh,
Jesus
wow.
Christ.
Yeah, so it was a little bit of a different time.
Yeah, wow.
So I guess maybe Three Ninjas was like a break from that.
Yeah.
Look, we're going through therapy now. How are we going to this?
That's the beauty of this fucking.
Yeah, it was a really rough time, and I think that movie probably did give me like some sort of. I would just sit in the basement and watch it.
So, how did it feel watching it again as an adult
From
and
an animal.
realizing how terrible it is?
It was fucking weird as fuck. I was like super baked watching. I'm like, holy, this is so bad. But I remembered every single word they said,
That's crazy.
Wow.
and
I'm
every
like-
little tiny things, like little sounds they would say. It was nuts. It was it brought back some memories for sure.
One movie I had that I watched a ton of when I was a kid was Toy Story. The
Yeah.
first one. I don't know why. We just had it at Christmas time, and I remember it being like 70 minutes. So we'd watch it. It was one of those ones we watched like 2 or 3 times a day. I'm like, well, there's a lot of snow outside. It's cold. Let's just watch Toy Story.
Wow.
It's a great movie. I didn't realize. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm thinking of something else. Never mind.
Oh,
I was going to say it's Disney, but that was Mighty Ducks. Because I forgot
yeah.
that was Disney.
yeah. No, this one was Disney too. When I was looking,
3 Ninjas?
yeah, when I was reading the trivia, it said that the reason every time the fighting happened, there was that music and those like ha 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 was because because it and every single time like they'd be fighting happy, like the same happy track would play, and it was because the Disney execs thought it was too violent to put out there like 3 kids beating the shit out of all these adults, so they made it happy. So this is House of Mouse too.
House of
the
Mouse.
biggest.
House of Mouse.
My biggest takeaway is like, I'll fucking kill those kids.
Oh, yeah. That,
I will, because
Yeah.
like the shit they're doing, like you can't. I don't know. They're just too unbelievable.
they each weigh maybe 100 pounds.
yeah.
Yeah.
You could just pick them up and slam them headfirst into the ground. They'd be out cold.
And,
And
yeah,
you tie
like,
them up and you deliver them to what's his face.
Yeah.
they fucking when they were putting like all the soap down, they were doing like that Home Alone shit kind
Oh
of.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to check to see which came out first, and obviously Home Alone. It was in 1990, but
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, what the fuck? They're just like,
Did you ever
Working it
do
off.
you ever butter the floor on somebody?
no, but I have done that thing where you tie the doors shut, where you get the bad guys in the room.
One door to the other door?
Yeah, yeah, so many times to my little brother growing up. I was
We
an
did-
ass.
We did the buttered floor, melted butter on the floor,
What?
and you push it around so when
That's
it like
fucking
it
crazy.
kind of dries, but you can't see it, and it's still slick as fuck. And we did that to was one roommate we just did not like. I can't remember his name. This is
As an adult,
and we were this was 2006,
That's crazy.
so 13 years ago. So I would have been like 20,
as an
23,
adult?
24.
Oh, yeah.
So I was just
So
a
not
young.
quite yet.
Yeah, I was an adult.
Not yet.
And we set up a video camera. We went down to our local bar. And we're like, man, he's going to be home in like 30 minutes. So he slipped on it, but he didn't bail. And he came to the bar after. And I'm like, hey, we're like, oh, man, here he is. Let's fucking see what he says. And we're like, start chatting with him. Like, oh, like, how are you? How was work? And he's like, oh, it's good. Like, did you stop at home before you came here? He's like, yeah, the floor was really slippery in the kitchen. We go, oh, yeah, we were cooking bacon and, somebody spilled the fucking pan or something. Yeah, we went back and watched the video later, and he just almost bailed over. I was like, man.
So you had a secret camera going?
We had like a video camera set up in the
Pretty
corner
risky
too.
business.
Yeah, we were
In a
kind
house
of, we
with
were kind of,
dudes.
we were dicks to that guy.
Yeah.
I remember
As an adult, I look back, I'm like, oh, we were pieces of shit.
Yeah.
I saw
That's
this.
how you learn, though.
Yeah.
I saw this video where someone was filming and they sprayed oil all over the linoleum floor. And then she called people in to come and get their food. And this kid ran in, slipped on the floor, and completely crashed into the oven glass
Oh my
door.
God.
And it shattered in the
Jesus.
kitchen. And the person filming's like, oh my God.
Was it an adult?
Yeah.
Doing it to a kid?
I think,
It's
yeah.
such dicks, man. It's so fucked when you see adults doing shit to a kid. Have you seen the ones with like those big workout balls?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And they,
Oh my
they
God.
throw them at kids. And it's just like,
It's so fucked up. I can't. I'm so happy they do it for my entertainment.
Oh, hell yeah.
I just can't even believe it.
You seen the one where the dad's filming his kid and he's standing on? It's one of those like like Wipeout, the game like Wipeout. They'll have those big spinning foam logs. The one kid gets rocked with one, and he stands up, gets hit from behind with another one, and his dad's just laughing. You can just hear him kill himself laughing. He's out of breath. He gets hit 4 times
That's crazy.
in 20 seconds. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I would panic.
yeah.
I'm like a helicopter dad.
My dad laughed at me every time I hurt myself growing up.
Yeah.
Every time. I got thrown off because I grew up on a little ranch. Like I got thrown off horses, hit by horses, crushed by horses, dragged into walls. And he says, oh, are you okay there? I'm like, shut up, Dad.
I laugh when I know she's okay, and then she gets so mad. Just looks at me. I try to explain to her. I'm like, but it's funny. Like you didn't get hurt, and she laughs. That's just natural. Kids laugh
You
at that
have to
shit.
be able
Yeah.
to laugh at yourself eventually. That's the key to life, I think.
I found my new favorite viral video the other day. It's old, but it's of this little girl. She's probably about like 4, 5, and I love when kids say like inappropriate or like
Yeah.
swear words. I think it's so funny. And she has this life-size of herself doll, and it's naked. And she's like, give me your fucking money! And she throws it against the wall. And then it's the Law and Order. Dun, dun. Oh, fuck. It's so funny. It cracks me up every time I watch it.
Yeah, that shit's funny. My kid never swears. She has a couple times, but like, I swear around her all the time.
How old is she?
6 and a bit.
What do you do when she swears? Because I
Nothing.
feel like as a parent I would laugh, which would reinforce that
No,
behavior.
I don't even acknowledge it. I never acknowledged it. I swear all the time. I don't change how I talk. Like sometimes I won't be like, fuck. And, like,
Yeah.
but I still swear all the time, and she doesn't. She just recently found out they were bad words from an older friend.
Oh.
Cause she had a sleepover, and then I swore one day, and she was like, "Oh, that's a bad word." And I'm like, "How do you know that's bad?" And she's like, "Sloan, her friend." I'm like, "Oh." So but she doesn't care. She doesn't acknowledge it. You don't make a big deal out of it. She doesn't even know.
I like that. I was
Yeah.
thinking about that the other day. Like when I saw this, like that viral video, I was thinking, what would I do as a parent? And then I figured that I would just go about regularly because they're going to hear that word like out on the street. Like if we're at a restaurant, I can't expect other people to not
Yeah,
say whatever they want to say.
they're just words. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
It all comes down to intention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. Like how
Yeah.
you're using the word, what you're intending to do
Like,
with it. That's all.
We're talking about road rage. I say I don't, but I still like if I'm with my daughter, then I get upset easier at people.
Oh, totally. That
So then I'll
makes
be like,
sense.
"Oh, you fucking idiot," and then I'll say sorry to her because it's aggressive.
Yeah.
If it's like aggressive swearing. But
Yeah.
It's just words. If it's not, it's all intention.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. She doesn't swear. Yeah, she's a good kid.
That's good.
Okay, so training montage right off the top. Beating the shit out of these kids. These
Yeah.
9 to 12-year-old
Yeah.
kids. I've complained about this before in past podcasts. Why do you yell and give yourself away when you're attacking
I
someone?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
they do that before everything. I'm like,
I
just
know.
you're supposed to be fucking.
Just shut the fuck up.
Be quiet. That just it drove me nuts because they did it through the whole movie.
I
the
know.
whole movie. Like I think I messaged you an hour in. I'm like, this is
Yep.
starting to get fucking annoying.
I know. I thought I was thinking the same thing.
It's so bad.
And
like,
in like real martial arts, if guys are yelling, it's after they hit something.
yeah,
They're like, "Hi-ya!" like, or "Tss."
the hiss.
But it's after the hit because something's happening. You're like expelling the energy. They're like saying it before.
Yeah. And then,
It's
And the
just,
sa-
yeah,
the music and the sound effects. Is
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know.
So I heard a slide whistle in there somewhere. Someone got
Yep.
stabbed. It's like, come on. Well, then halfway through this, I'm like, oh yeah, this is just a straight up kids movie. I got to remember that. Like G rating.
I was trying to think, was there anything controversial in it?
Oh no, there was.
yeah.
Which I can't remember.
There was a point where I made a note that the grandpa. I'm jumping way ahead to the end.
No.
But then we'll
Is
jump
it
back.
supposed to be in order?
No, fuck. We just go, we do whatever
We
we
barely
want.
even
Well,
talked about
sometimes
the
we'll-
movie.
Yeah. We're on 28 minutes in, and we're just really starting to get into it now.
Fuck yeah.
You just breathe in on that till it turns purple. It's a little vaporizer. Bo
Drugs.
gave me that. Yeah, it's got that weed in there. It's cool because it just cooks it, so you don't really. It tastes totally different.
Oh, it's a
You taste
it's a
all the
flower
like.
vape. I
Yeah,
haven't
you
had one
taste
of
all
these
the
in a
fucking
while.
like flavor in it.
Just one puff brings me back to like volcanoes. You know those big
Yep.
things? Fucking getting so high off that.
The same kind of taste as it does the same thing. But yeah, Bo gave me that. He's like, I don't use it. You want it? I'm like, sure.
This used to be like the shatter back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Vaping.
I can't do shatter anymore, man. My buddy always gives me like dabs and stuff, and it just
I can't.
fucks me up. Get too high. I
Yeah.
don't want to get that high anymore.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Excuse
I
me.
fucked up your burp.
No, that
what
was-
what
it
was
wasn't a
the
good one.
controversial thing?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so there's a point. Wasn't controversial, but I was just like, what the fuck? Because they're running into a hallway at the end, and the grandpa lands in front of him, and like, wait, he's friends with what's his face, and he pulls out a knife. And they're like, no, grandpa, don't, it's just us. And he throws the knife at them, and they duck, and it just goes right into the chest of one of the ninjas behind him. And he's like, and he falls, and the kids just get up and go, yeah. I'm like, you just witnessed your grandpa murder someone, and not one of them's like, oh my god, like that's a dead body. Like you're 10 years old, you see someone get killed in front of you, you might get kind of shaken. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know how I would feel, but it seems like the kid should have been like, whoa, but I know it's a kid's
Yeah.
movie. But maybe they shouldn't have had him
Yeah, but
kill that.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, that's not
'Cause-
I meant just like controversial in like today's age.
Oh yeah, like
Well,
The word-
I can't mention the other movie, I guess. But.
No. we will.
the word retard was thrown around.
Oh yeah,
was.
the retard.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I grew up with. It wasn't anything,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's like a big thing. Like you can't even say it, eh?
I
Yeah.
On
did-
stage, you can't.
But here's the
You
thing.
can, but-
like
Somebody gets away with it.
like retard in French is slow, and you see retard at the airport all the time.
Yeah.
So
Well, there's engine
I don't get
retarders and semis.
It's,
Yeah.
You
it's
retard
always
the
going to be a
engine.
word that
Like,
we
yeah.
call somebody that's being an idiot.
Yeah. Or
Doug
just-
Stanhope has the best bit about it. I can't like recall it all, but he's like, in the future, it's just going to be, we're going to be calling each other like XZ200, and that'll mean retard. Because they just keep changing it. It used to be Mongoloid idiot.
Yeah.
And then went to this. It's like whatever you name that group of people, we're going to say that to our friends.
Yeah.
And when they're being retarded.
I use it for situations.
Sorry to all the millennials. No, I'm a millennial
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, we
I'm
just found that
offended.
out.
I'm offended at myself. I just found out I'm a millennial. No, just-
That's that 81. I can't believe that. I'm born in 82, so I'm technically a millennial.
yep.
Life is pain.
But yeah, they were throwing her. They said the retard,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just being dicks to each other.
Yeah.
It's like you idiot.
Yeah.
That's
what
how I
people
used to
do.
talk too. So it's like it brought me back to being that age for sure.
So we get introduced to this guy Schneider. Schneider's the bad guy. So we're back to the
His
start.
name. Oh yeah.
Schneider's
with a
this-
Y.
So he has this, henchman. He does a deal with we find out the FBI. They're like, freeze, get down on the ground. These got to be the worst FBI agents in the world.
I know.
Yes,
Because they have them. They got him at gunpoint. There's 15 people in there with shotguns and handguns at gunpoint. And he's like, get over here. And he gets close, like, get against the wall. And then he just fucking fights his way out.
Yep.
It's like,
What was the line he said? The FBI when he pulled out his badge. Fuck, I can't
Oh,
remember.
he
It
was
so
like-
fucking funny.
I thought you knew every word of this movie.
Yeah.
I know.
We should
Oh,
be
well.
counting on you here.
I'm on a lot of fucking different marijuana products right now.
So good. I ate one of those
Yeah,
brownies.
they were the worst FBI agents in the world, though.
Well, and he had ninjas there too, didn't he? I wrote
Yeah,
down,
they all
oh,
dropped
he's got
in.
ninjas. Yeah, so like where do you get ninjas?
He just carries them around.
But I mean, let's say we wanted to become villains tomorrow, and we wanted ninjas. What would we have to do to get ninjas? Like, where would you start?
On Reddit.
That's a good call.
Maybe Grinder.
Need to find ninjas. Hey man, you a ninja? No, but I'll suck your dick. Well, all right.
Can you do it discreetly?
No, ninjas are gone now because of MMA. It's 100%. Everyone back before MMA became popular, that seemed like a good martial art to do.
When was the
You
last?
You don't see it ever, so I don't know what it is. It's probably like kung fu or something.
Or like jujitsu, or
No, in the movie. No.
Yeah.
No.
no.
No,
Jujitsu's
it's not.
like
Jiu-jitsu's
ground.
grappling.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
and stuff.
grappling.
I don't know
Tap-
shit about.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus
Well,
fuck.
MMA, this is what works. It's kickboxing, wrestling, jujitsu, and taekwondo. Like you can get good techniques from it, but in taekwondo you don't throw punches to the face. So, but you learn lots of good kicks. So you just take a little bit from each one, except for kung fu or whatever, because it looks good. It's fancy, but it never really works.
Oh, so the end of this first scene, I always loved it in the old movies when bad guys got away on the helicopter ladders.
Yeah.
It's classic, fucking classic. He's just so long, sucker,
And
and he got away really fast.
Yeah.
Like as soon as he started shooting, he was already 200 feet away.
Yeah.
Like okay,
They
that's
just
not
keep
realistic.
blasting the gun. Like,
Yeah, and
what would he keep shooting at the guy? Because won't that helicopter just come crashing
Yeah,
down in the
right?
city?
that would be if this was R-rated. Just fucking
Yeah.
shoot it down. You took out 30 innocent people.
A real cop would never shoot at it though. Just like
No.
a helicopter flying over a city.
It's just dangerous, reckless.
Yeah.
No, I think you'd get really tired hanging onto a ladder on a helicopter because like if you start cruising, it's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
get
you
windy
gotta
pretty
hang
quick.
on.
He's a ninja.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, fair point. I just thought of that as I said it. Yeah, he was kicking the fuck out of those FBI agents.
Yeah.
Guy's good. So then we never really got a story about his like where he learned his shit from. No backstory.
From the grandpa.
There.
That was his
Yeah.
trainer.
Oh, that was his trainer.
Then his business partner, they had a falling out, remember? Because the kids found the picture of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's why he's like, they're friends.
Yeah, and the
What
one
I-
time the kid's like, "Who's the bad guy?" Your mom's like, "Oh, his picture's in the file there on the
Yeah.
desk."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sure. Just look through his FBI files, and it's the one picture they have of the bad guy is him with the grandpa.
Yeah, and that Miss. Who is that lady? Grandpa's wife?
Maybe I don't know.
I'm not
I
sure.
don't know. Because
There's a
her
lot of
grandma was a
unanswered-
babe, if so. And
Yeah.
where is she now? She probably got sick and tired of her husband going up to the cabin teaching boys how to
Their dad.
do ninja.
yeah.
Like,
That's a sweet piece of property, I might add.
yeah.
Like at one point,
that
the dude,
waterfront.
yeah, this the guy walking. He's like, "Hey, man, like, look, you're living out in this place. You can do better." I'm like,
I know.
That's like a $2 million property.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'd take it. It's nice and peaceful. You can hear any road noise.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just insulting them. Like, hey, then they how would you feel if you were a villain and your henchmen were getting beat up by children?
Oh, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, I would just shoot
At that
all
point,
of them.
yeah, at that point they'd be dead to
This
me
movie
if
could have
they
been
could
done
be
in no
taken
time.
down by children.
Like I said, I'll fuck those
The
kids
end.
up. Maybe 3 more of their friends. I
Yeah.
know
Just
for
for good
sure.
measure.
I had a good would you rather question once. It was would you rather fight a bear with sharks for arms or 200 fifth graders?
Oh yeah,
200 fifth graders.
That'd be overwhelming.
it would.
I'm
be,
the size of a fifth grader anyway, so I just like,
No, but it would be easy. Do you get a weapon?
No, just your bare hands.
that's fine.
Whatever. I'll take the kids. They're not
Yeah.
gonna bite me to death.
Yeah.
But I always like to think that the sharks out of water wouldn't last that long, so the arms would become
then you
dead
still have a
weight soon.
bear.
Yeah, but then he couldn't. The arms are dead, so he's just.
Even if a bear was laying on the ground, you probably couldn't kill it with your bare hands.
Yeah, that's true.
They're
With
so
your bare
big.
hands.
Yeah.
That's all you have, right? You gotta kill the.
Choke it. Try
Yeah.
to choke it.
At
Yeah.
least with kids.
Like wrapping your arms around a
200.
tree trunk.
When
They,
you
they would get you. Of
Well,
course.
Yeah, it's losing. You're
once
losing
you
on both.
once you start picking a kid or two off, the rest of them will run off. I
Nope.
bet you.
No,
If
they're
they're
all
bitches.
the stipulation is they're all relentless. They all want to kill
Yeah.
you.
You're,
Okay,
you're
then.
done. There's no way to do it.
That's
it's too
fine
much.
then.
I could beat up like 10.
I go.
Yeah, I need a break, kids. Just come on. Not up on the cardio.
Actually, I don't know. I could probably take a lot because like their punches aren't going to be that hard.
No.
Yeah, I don't know how big a fifth grader is.
Like
I
my
don't know.
size.
No, smaller.
You could kick the shit out of me.
When I was probably like 70.
You could probably throw a
pounds.
pretty good punch, though.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just like turn my rings inward. And like,
What's that?
like
Use
What's
them
that
as a
gonna
cutting
do?
tool.
cutting. Just
Oh,
more
Yeah, it's not going to
more-
do anything.
shoving your nose
It's just
up
a
there.
cut.
No.
I don't know. Oh, the nose bone in the brain.
Yeah.
Some ninja stuff.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
think
an
that's
old
real.
movie trick.
No, yeah.
I haven't heard of anyone dying that way in a long time.
I've seen it happen in so many movies, though. Oh, man, he drove the bone through his brain.
I think the nose bone in the brain was big when quicksand was big.
I thought I was going to
It's like
have to worry about quicksand a lot more.
Yeah, I heard someone on the podcast talking about that recently, but that reminds me of the nose through the. And that's so hard to do to somebody.
I know, right? Well,
You'd have to
especially
just
'cause-
smash them
punch.
so
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, because it's mostly just like cartilage,
Yeah.
except for here.
Like even you look at people face planting from heights and,
Yeah.
or wiping out doing skateboard shit or something. Like they're smashing their noses, but they're not going anywhere near
But
the fucking brain.
and when you're in a fight, you don't feel a lot of this stuff until
Yeah,
after, like cuts
adrenaline.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing. If you get hit hard, you feel that like a good punch.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else, like I've had my head bashed off the pavement like multiple
Ooh.
times in a row, and I
Damn.
didn't feel it.
I feel like the best way in a fight would be to like go at it like the Mountain versus Oberon and just like grab a hold of their head and in their eyes.
Yeah.
I've eye
Yeah.
gouged somebody once.
Really?
I got jumped by
too.
this guy when I was like 17. And I'm like, fuck. I got him he jumped me from behind. I got him in a headlock and just took two fingers and right into one socket till he started screaming.
Yeah.
shit.
My last fight when I got my head bashed was all eye gouging, and
Jesus.
we didn't even throw a punch.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Oof.
It was at a
Just eye
gas
gouging.
station.
What?
Wow.
My first like 2 weeks in Souk. Yeah.
In soup?
It was
Like,
my
Whoa.
ex brother-in-law.
Wow.
he probably
Yeah,
got a
he
little
just
bit
like
bad
came
blood
up.
there.
He was like 40, and I was like 25.
Jesus.
He's way bigger than me too, and he just came up and like called me the F word,
It's weird. This thing only saves in like little
the
clips.
word
I
you
guess.
can't say anymore.
Oh.
Fuck. Oh.
A bundle of wood.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
A
then
bundle of
I was
wood.
like, oh, I thought it was her ex-boyfriend. It was actually his brother. And I was like, hey, let's do this. And then, yeah, it was bad.
Eye
Damn.
gouging fight.
That was my last fight.
Wow. Went
Well
out with a
And it was
bang.
in front of like an entire field, people full of, I don't know what I'm saying. I can't even
Entire
say.
people
Gas
full of
station
gas
full of
stations.
people.
So I gotta say, the grandpa is teaching these kids some deadly shit. Like he has that dummy with the light up eyes.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You hit here, Ba-ting. You kill man. You hit here now. What difference between?"
Yeah.
My accent's terrible. Probably very insulting.
Yeah,
I don't care though.
I'm offended.
No, you should be. You millennial fuck. But he's teaching them all this shit. So then, okay, so that scene ends, and then we're introduced to the dad.
Not yet. This
Wait.
this scene doesn't end like that. They get their names, their new names.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
yeah,
none
I
of
wrote
that
those down.
shit's deadly that he's showing them.
Well,
He
they're like
says it
points
is.
to like incapacitate.
It's a
an
solar
assailant.
plexus. It's gonna knock the wind out of you. But that kid could kick me in the solar plexus 100 times, and he's dead.
I would just
All
pick
right.
the kid up by the face
Yes.
and
Yeah.
just slam.
That's
him
what
into
you
the
do
ground.
with someone if they're smaller. You just pick them up and slam them, and it's over. It's
Nothing
just
more
like
embarrassing than getting picked up
like
by somebody
Elliot.
and thrown.
Elliot Ryan, amazing comedian, but he likes to joke around with me. He's like 125 pounds.
He's quite small.
because he boxes a little bit, and I was just like, I would just pick you up and slam you, and that's it. But I love Elliot. Shout out.
I like Elliot too. Elliot Ryan, what's up? We'll tag you in this.
He runs Dylan's Comedy every Thursday and
And
Sunday.
yeah.
Dylan's Pub.
Dylan's Sports Bar
Oh,
on
yeah.
Yates. Between El Furniture Warehouse and Lucky Bar. Because nobody knows where it is. You mention it, and they're like, where is that?
Yeah.
Well, you know where Warehouse is? Yes. You know where Lucky Bar is? Yes. Right in the middle. Oh, there's a bar there?
Kind of like Kill Tony.
Yeah.
No one knows what it is.
Yeah. I knew what it was. I know what it is.
Do you?
No.
Okay, so what else happens in the rest of this scene? Oh, yeah, they get their names.
Yeah.
Colt. Because he's
Because
Rocky.
he's fast.
But colts are also horrible on their feet because they haven't really learned how to control their bodies and run. I
yeah.
know, I'm a horse person.
I'm a horseman.
I'm a horseman. I came from a farm of horses.
Rocky, Colt, and Tum Tum.
Rocky,
Yeah.
Colt, and Tum Tum. Okay, hold on. Tum Tum the kid needs to put the candy down. He's going to get diabetes.
Yeah.
He sleeps with candy.
I know,
He's
he
eating
sleeps
candy
with
before he
his
goes to bed.
This
fucking
actually might be
jelly
a huge
beans.
part of my candy addiction now that I look back. I love candy.
Dude, I used to eat candy like a
Hooked.
motherfucker.
I still do.
I don't have a
I'm going to get
sweet tooth.
candy when I leave here.
Nice.
You guys
Oh,
got
wait.
any?
Fairway
any
Market's
candy?
only open till 10. Yeah,
Cancel the podcast!
where's your candy, Jeff? I ate a whole bag of a family-sized bag of fuzzy peaches once when I was on acid. It's
On
horrible,
acid?
horrible.
Oh
I like
my
having
gosh.
sugar.
How
when I'm
do
high.
you eat on that?
Boy, I just get cravings for candy.
That's
But I ate the
crazy.
whole bag, and like by the end of the night, I was like, oh, just a giant lump in my stomach. I'm like, this is not good. I ended up getting sick.
Anytime I have too much candy, I get like a hangover. Worse than
Yeah.
alcohol
Sugar
because of all
hangover.
the sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I quit drinking like 14 months ago. Now I wake up with candy hangovers.
Same thing. Headache. You don't feel good.
Yeah.
You feel really dehydrated.
And then I blame the weed, though. I smoke too much. That's the only downside of weed is like, you can just keep eating.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've smoked some, batches over the last little while, strains, and it's weird how each one affects you differently. Like I've had some where you've eaten dinner and you're like, okay, I'm gonna fucking smoke a joint and that'll be that. And then 10 minutes later you're going, fuck, I'm hungry. Then you eat everything else you have in your fridge. It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's nice though when
Tum
you're
tum.
tum. Cheers, eating so much candy. Okay, so
They
is there
took on
anything-
those names real quick, too.
Yeah, they were
Like,
like,
they're
okay.
instantly calling each other that.
Yeah.
They just gave up their
And-
real names.
And Rocky's girlfriend.
Emily.
Rocky loves.
I know.
Oh, I
I haven't had
hate
that song
her.
in my head for years.
As soon as I heard it, I was like, whoa, holy shit! I remember that.
Mhm.
So weird.
Yeah, she's just calling him Rocky.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah, she just accepted it.
Mm-hmm.
So then we meet the dad. Okay, this dad's a piece of shit.
I know.
Yep.
I want to fucking stab him.
He showed up to the house.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, I gotta go. Talking to the guy
He
in the
hasn't
driver's
seen
seat.
them all summer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Walks up, insults their nicknames, and
Yeah.
then gets back in the car and leaves.
Yeah. He's
Like,
like, you've disappointed
doesn't even
me
hug
so-"
them.
No.
So those nicknames are stupid. What are you teaching them, Grandpa? Like just a piece of garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hated that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the kids weren't, or like they didn't show the kids being more upset. Like Colt was the only one who was like, "Ugh." Like,
Yeah.
the other two were like, Dad doesn't love us.
dad
it's
being
fine."
dad.
Well, back then, that was a good dad. He used to at least like talk to them. He didn't
Yeah.
punch them.
I had an
Damn.
absentee truck driver biological father.
Yeah, I didn't. My dad was gone since I was a baby.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, at least I have a dad, you know?
He's out there somewhere. No, we'd see him like once every 6 months. He'd just show up, pull up in his semi, hey, and then like walk inside, leave 5 minutes later, not say goodbye, get back in the truck, and go inside. Mom would be crying. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Do you
Damn.
talk to him now?
Yeah, nope. My brother does. I haven't yet. I'm like,
When's the last time you talked to him?
when I was 8,
Wow.
so almost 29 years ago.
Damn.
You should phone him. Make your peace. Can I hit that?
Absolutely.
No?
Oh,
We're
what?
getting deep here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Here, you gotta wait till it
I
starts
did it with
going
my
green.
dad.
Though. Don't inhale when it's pink. No, because my mom remarried when I was 11, and he's amazing. I call that guy dad because he's amazing. He's a fucking beauty human being.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. I
Oh,
always
there
say
you
like
go.
your dad's the guy that
Sweet of you.
raised you,
Mm-hmm.
the guy that like taught you shit, taught you values. I'm like this. Yeah, dad taught me everything.
Yeah.
I'm a responsible, fucking good human being as a result of him, coming into my life when I was young.
Yeah.
So-
I had a stepdad,
Yeah, man.
but he didn't teach me the values. He's still my
Yeah.
stepdad,
Well,
but I don't call him dad.
no.
No.
It's weird if I
Wow.
don't call Bob dad.
But they
He's
they
dad.
just moved out here. Me and him are pretty cool now.
Nice.
And he's there for my daughter, so that's cool.
Oh,
But I learned what not to do from him, so
Yeah.
that's good.
It's always good.
But
As
we
long as
made
you-
our peace. He's been there since I was 7.
Oh shit! About the same amount of time as me then. We're pretty close.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, yeah, he was there when I started smoking, pretty much. He came into my life and I started smoking cigarettes.
That's fucking horrible. My dad fucking caught me. Like he knew as a smoker, and I haven't smoked in almost 2.5 years. August will be 2.5 years. I remember smoking when I was like 17, and just thinking I'm like getting away with it. My dad my friend goes inside, and I finish my smoke and walk past the garage door, and the other garage door opens. My dad's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, nothing." He's like, "Yeah, really?" And I walk inside, and he's just like, do you ever could you do that again? You're out of this house or something like that. I'm like, oh, like what do you mean? He's like, you know what I mean? I'm like, and my dad never yelled or got mad. So whenever he did, you were kind of like, oh shit, okay, I'm not gonna smoke around the house anymore. But as an adult now, it's funny. I'm like, you guys knew, right? They're like, yeah, you fucking idiot. You can't hide it. It stinks so bad.
How old were you when you started?
16. I remember how hard
Double
it was.
your age.
It was so hard to start smoking. Like I remember getting lightheaded and almost puking for the first 10 cigarettes. And I'm like, my friend Damien was like, well, you want to have another one? I'm like, oh, okay. And then you're halfway through a cigarette, just fucking laying over the edge of the deck, not almost throwing up.
I didn't keep smoking when I was 8, though. I quit when I was 10 for a little bit.
Yeah, got on the patch.
But I would look at like 16-year-olds and be like, you shouldn't start this. Like I was already hooked for years.
Man.
Damn.
I was already, because I started everything young, drinking at like 12.
Fuck, I think
How
I had
old
my
were
first drink when I was 16. 16, yeah, 16.
14.
Yeah, I was 12.
I maybe had like a sip of beer or two from like mom and dad at
Yeah,
like,
we were drinking
13 or 14.
bottles.
Yeah.
Bottles of Canadian Club and stuff.
Ooh.
Crown Royal.
We had
That's the rich people stuff.
Southern Comfort and Cream Soda. It was the first thing I ever got tanked on.
Whoa.
And it actually tasted really good.
I don't remember my first time drinking at all.
I remember what people told me.
Like not because I blacked out. It's
Oh,
just
I
it's been
blacked
so
out.
many times.
Oh.
I can't even tell you.
No, I totally blacked out. I brought a 2.6 to my junior high, and me and a bunch of people I wanted to be friends with, the cool people, we drank a 2.6 of Crown at lunch, and then also had Malibu, and then after lunch it was a school dance. Yeah,
That's crazy.
principal family.
All right. So the villain, we get to learn more about the villain. And he's don't keeping us on track.
Sorry.
No, fuck, don't apologize. I'm doing it too. But so we get to see the villain. We meet. He has a random task from Austin Powers. I believe
That's
it
not
is.
random
Or
task.
is it odd job?
Random task. Random task is in prison for murder. No joke.
Okay. Wait, but this was 1992.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was already a murderer by
I
then.
don't know any of
Oh,
these
really?
words.
Yeah, he murdered
Okay. So
or he kidnapped and tortured a girl and then starred in Austin Powers and not this one, but a few other movies. And then in like 2007, when DNA evidence was like better and retested, he got convicted and then he was in prison and then he killed his cellmate in prison and now he's in there for life.
crazy.
Yeah.
So then this guy is this is
It's not
Odd
Random
Job
Task. Yeah.
from so it's the actual James Bond Odd Job, not
Yeah,
the,
it's
not the
not-
spoof guy.
no.
I thought so. I'm like, where's this guy from? I've seen him before. So yeah, we get to learn more about what's that guy's name again? Bad guy.
Snyder.
He's punching. So he's a ninja. He's a ninja. We've seen that.
Yeah.
He's punching pads that his trainer's holding like a bitch, like throwing.
Yeah.
Going, what is happening here? Hands down, not
He has
keeping
no
his
boxing.
guard up. It's terrible. It's fucking terrible. But yet he's an amazing fighter who beats up a bunch of FBI agents.
And that guy's like a bitch too. That's
Yeah.
holding the pads. He's like the nerdy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he
his
gives
whole
him that
crew.
shot in the stomach too. He doesn't even drop him, did he?
No, his whole crew is just a bunch of bitches. They're terrible. They're getting beat up by little
I
kids.
liked the fucking. I think those three guys,
The surfers.
the surfers.
Oh,
Yeah, this is because this is
God.
next.
Okay.
They're at the store and they're like, dude, we got hey, hurry up and buy something. Oh, dude, go score some chips and get some of these and get some dip. And you go get a couple corn dogs, okay? Make sure you got mustard on both of them. And you, my good sir, can you empty the register? Like, what the fuck?
I know.
And he looked just like my friend Curtis I used to work with, my fucking pipe fitter buddy. I couldn't take him seriously. I was like, God damn it, you look like Curtis. It was weirding me out.
I loved those guys when I was a kid.
They're so stupid.
I
They're
know.
so good.
Yeah, that's horrible though.
But I love how he was wearing a pager.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm like, wow, 1992.
I didn't even know they were out that long. I thought it was a bit later than that for the pager. But
Never had a pager. I knew people
my
that
friend
had
did 'cause he
pagers.
sold drugs.
Well, yeah, most drug dealers have pagers. You got a pager? Hey, you holding right now? Sell me a bag, bro.
What I kept thinking was weird was that their dad was an FBI agent, and it seems like a senior one, and he can only afford a 2-bedroom townhouse in a developing area. Like, what? The 3 boys are sharing a room.
Yeah, that's kind of unusual.
Like,
I never
you're
really
an
thought about that.
FBI agent. Why can you not afford
he's incompetent, though.
That's true.
We've seen.
That's true. He's like Doofy from Scary Movie 2. Like, they just have him on the force.
Reporting for duty. Oh,
I
God.
told you not to bother me when I'm cleaning my room.
The babysitter.
She's like a grandmother.
Yeah.
I hate her. I still hated her. I hated her when I was a kid.
I didn't realize who she was. I'm like, oh, grandma's around here. Then she goes, I'm like, hey, where's the babysitter? I'm like, oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
She's like 70 years old. She's got her hair in curlers.
I
with the
know.
fucking thing on. I'm like, is she going for a shower with the shower cap on?
I don't know. That was a thing, I think.
So, okay, how did that can phone work?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There
I
was
thought
no-
that too.
There was no cord. There was no cable. There was no wire. There was nothing.
It was just on like one of those things.
Yeah, those
For like one of those-
lamps.
did you ever have one of those old
Yeah.
school bed lamps with your headboard? That you, when you
Yeah,
actually used to read
I don't know
books?
how that works.
No.
No.
But they have a bunch at the kids' parks. They have these things that you're supposed to be able to talk into,
Yeah.
and they never work. So I don't know what the fuck's going on.
There's like, where the fuck did I see it? There's these weird things. They're like little convex or concave or whatever you call concave, I think. And yeah, they're set opposite ends of like a big room. And you talk into it, and yeah, you can hear the person on the other end.
Mm-hmm.
Or there's like rooms in art galleries like that.
Yeah.
Where, like, you can hear someone talking over there if you're here.
Mm-hmm. I think in the Natural History Museum there's one, and in a train station in New York, Grand Central, I guess,
Cool.
and at the museum.
I got to go to the museum. I want to go to the IMAX
For
because
what?
the Dawn Wall is playing in IMAX. That's that mountain climbing movie.
Oh.
Oh, it's on Netflix. It's so good, but it's in IMAX. That's like a fucking 60-foot tall screen. So
Yeah, Emily, so annoying.
Yeah,
it's a horrible
I
character.
fucking hate her.
Stop showing off. And then as soon as he started showing off, she's like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, that
Like-
basketball game.
Oh my
Oh
God.
shit!
Fuck.
It,
We'll spot you 9. Like what
Yeah,
the
why?
fuck?
Yeah.
they're gonna get. Probably gonna get one, you idiots. But the one kid had a 10-foot vertical jump.
Yep.
He's like, go ahead and shoot. It's like the $1 million man or $1 billion man.
But it's like those bigger kids are acting like they're really good at basketball. So why would they come and spot them 9? I don't even understand.
Yeah. I
And-
didn't even pick up on that. I was so confused when the other guys scored 1 and they were like, thanks for the bikes. I was like, you can't count? I was very confused.
Yeah.
I loved the music. The music sounded like a get off drugs campaign commercial kind of thing. Whoa, yeah! Boom, 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 boom. It was so stupid, and this went on for a good 3 minutes.
yep.
It was a 3-minute scene of just basketball and them stopping each other from getting angry
Yeah.
and fighting.
Shut
hey
up.
man, hold on. He's like,
Shut
just
up.
dukes up like fuck.
Yeah.
And how they get where do they get so good at basketball? Like there's no pictures
I
of
know.
basketball players in their room. They don't have a basketball net at the house, I don't think. I didn't see one.
Maybe ninjas are inherently good at basketball. That's what this movie led me to believe.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a takeaway.
Such a
Yeah.
weird movie.
So okay, I don't understand the red light in the room either, actually. It
It's
starts
the-
blinking.
It
Oh, yeah.
notifies them if someone's coming.
But
like their
is
mom.
there a sensor they put in the wall somewhere?
Yeah.
Like that takes electrical work.
Yeah, they're
Bluetooth
electricians.
technology that didn't exist in
Yeah.
1992.
Or maybe it was
Is it a
Emily on the
tripwire?
can being
Yeah.
like, your mom's coming.
You know
Yeah.
what really pissed me off is when he goes into that room they're redoing and spray paints his mask.
I know.
And then just puts it on. Like when's that paint dry?
Those-
That's just something I picked
the
up. I
hair
was
dryer
like,
out.
what the fuck? It's covered in fucking. Yeah, I don't know. So he
those-
locks himself in there with them.
Yeah.
those masks didn't make sense to me because they would just cut off your field of vision.
Yeah.
You couldn't see anything over there. That would just
They're
hinder
such
you.
shitty masks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like something you see on somebody's wall in an
I
apartment.
remember loving those outfits when I was younger. I was like, oh, that's so cool.
because they match the colors and stuff.
Yeah, but those are like the worst masks I've ever seen.
Yeah, this was definitely a wake up watching it now as an adult.
And no, how come everyone else besides them has like those ninja masks?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. I just thought of that, but I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, after they her bike gets stolen. So they're before the basketball game, they're riding their bikes and they went through the no entry. 3 of them went in and she's like, "What are you doing? I'm not going in there." Where she could have.
Ditches his girlfriend.
But actually, yeah, that's pretty. Did you see what they were doing on that trail? Like,
Yeah.
they were jumping.
BMXing, yeah.
That was a dick move to try and take her down there.
Yeah.
They're
it's-
experts at everything.
Yeah. We're doing fucking downhill mountain biking now. But I just kind of realized that was a dick move. to
Yeah,
take her
he
there.
was
So
like,
that's why
"Do you
she
want to
was,
ride our bikes to school?" And then ditches her, and then she gets her bike stolen.
It's pretty fucking shitty of those
Yeah,
kids to steal her bike.
I know.
Why?
That bike looks like it'd be a good size for my sister.
What kind of parents does that kid have?
And why didn't they fuck those
Neglectful
kids
ones.
up?
Yeah.
Why didn't the ninjas go beat their asses?
Yeah,
Because
right?
when they found Emily, they saw them taking the
they
bike
were just
away.
right there. You just
Like-
have to bike up. He's like pulling the bike and using his foot to push his bike. They beat up everyone else but these guys.
It's so stupid.
Because ninjas are only supposed to use their stuff for self-defense. So
I
for
looked these
grandpa.
guys up before.
Really?
Like the actors,
What are
none
they
of them
doing?
do anything.
Oh yeah, they don't have any credits.
No, they're just
wow.
people.
Pretty much. These kids are just smashing. through
Tum
these
Tum's my
crates.
favorite, by the way.
Yeah, same.
He's just cool. And he likes just fucking eating candy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
But as a parent, I'm just always like, oh, you're
now I
going to
want-
choke
now I
with
want
random
candy.
food in your mouth.
That was so funny when he was eating jelly beans before bed, and he was like, and he's like,
Choked
I
on a
choked
jelly
on a
bean."
jelly bean.
I actually missed that part this time. Yeah.
Basketball.
Yeah, and then the
Oh, yeah.
radical dudes break
Oh,
in.
so yeah, this is the kidnap scene
Oh,
with Grandma. They fucking pose as pizza guys.
yeah.
3 of them. 3 pizza guys. I must say that lead bad guy had amazingly sparkly blue eyes.
I
Yeah.
didn't notice.
They were hypnotic.
Hmm.
They just drew you right in. But yeah, they just plaster a pizza in her face.
I know.
I
That
know.
would fucking burn.
Yeah.
Because those little portable
Yeah.
oven things keep shit warm, like hot.
I love the dude that just takes the piece of pizza.
I know.
He's like, not cool, dude. Grabs the slice.
Yeah.
These guys are just pieces of shit.
Yeah.
But this whole scene just pissed me off because so they get suited up and now it's like Home Alone.
Yep.
Now
Yeah.
it's fucking Home Alone.
Is that what you thought when
That's
that
what I
scene
thought.
came?
I
Me
was
too.
like,
Yeah.
Oiled
I
floor.
instantly Googled Home Alone to see when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
And it was so they
3 years
ripped it
before.
off.
It reminded me of Home Alone and Dumb and Dumber with the laxatives thing.
Oh, and a ton of that shit.
Yeah.
Actually, the Tum Tum looks like Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
in
right?
Dumb
In
and
Dumb and
Dumber. Yeah, with
Dumber.
his teeth.
And his brown bowl cut.
yeah.
Fucking when did Dumb and Dumber go? That was later. right?
Uh,
A little bit.
yeah.
It was right around the same time.
I feel like it was like 96 or
Yeah.
No,
No?
because
No?
I lived in London when that came out. I think it was 93 too. Because I moved out of there in like 94 or 95.
Actually, yeah, that sounds right. Because he did Dumb and Dumber and then he did Ace Ventura.
Oh no, not Dumb and Dumber. Sorry, I was thinking Ace
94.
Ventura.
Dumb and Dumber.
Oh really?
94.
And
yeah.
Ace Ventura was all around then too. And Liar Liar. These
Oh,
are
fuck.
all these movies shaped
I'm
me.
kicking my own ass. Do you mind?
I can't stand that movie now, though. I tried to watch it. We talked about this before. I tried
Yeah.
to watch it a couple years ago, and it's unbearable.
Yeah.
The pen is blue.
The goddamn pen is blue.
It was great back in the day, though. It's okay. Now they fight these guys.
Oh my God.
They fight them and are always yelling, "Ayah! Ayah!
I know.
Ayah!" It's
What
just,
about the guys eating before they go kidnap the kid?
Yeah.
eating the pizza
Like,
like,
first
"This
we
is-
feast, then we fucking whatever.
then we get the kids." Yeah, they eat downstairs. Like, this is so much better than robbing banks. Like, you haven't done anything yet. You're celebrating prematurely, and yeah, so that gives the kids time to get suited up and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's one point where they have the 2 in the kitchen, and they throw flour in their eyes because like I guess Tum Tum's building like flour bombs.
yeah.
No,
in the
not
kitchen.
flour. It's
Or what
like
is it?
fucking
Spice
hot
bombs.
spices,
Yeah.
like hot chili powder and shit.
Nutmeg.
Fuck,
Yeah.
that would hurt.
Yeah, that
would
one was
suck.
good.
That was good.
That's an actual good technique
Yeah.
because you blind them.
Oiled floors was pretty good too. But I made a
Yeah.
note that these these fucking surfers are just pussies and idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we go back to your original comment. You just pick the kid up. You just
Yeah.
fucking slam this kid, and it would just be over.
I'll beat the surfers up with the kids.
Ah.
It's like, that's crazy.
And then the kid goes full on ape shit and like virtually strangles the lead surfer guy
Oh,
on the
yeah.
banister.
That's
and
a
he's
good
like,
technique.
"Yeah,
Yeah, necktie.
Yeah.
You wear a necktie, you're toast.
That was actually something. Yeah, maybe I did like some of the fight scene now that I'm thinking.
Well,
about it.
man,
I like the choking.
The choreography was great, and they left him hanging up there like for
Yeah.
a solid
And the-
minute.
I like the when he gives them the fucking axe slack shit. I always like
yeah.
that part. He just comes in, this is so good, and puts the drink down. And then they're like, oh, fighting over it. I don't know why I've always liked that.
Yeah, but so at this point, when he gives him the cup of laxative, he's like, this is delicious.
And he
they're like,
doesn't-
hey, give us that.
He doesn't notice the Coke went from a regular color to because that
'cause they're
laxative stuff
blind.
was
Looks like
right.
it looks like a paralyzer.
So that sort of makes sense. But also, why
yeah.
wouldn't you just grab the kid?
That's
Yeah.
why, yeah.
Right there.
Give us that drink. It's
Just
not yours.
Punch him in the face and grab
Yeah, done. There's no common sense with these guys.
No.
And they just start chugging it. Like what you that thirsty after this fight? I guess you're gonna need a little bit, right? But you're gonna notice it doesn't taste like Coke. It tastes like it's full of something else. And they're just slamming it.
Yeah.
That's the scene that I actually remembered from when I was 10 when I watched this, or 11. Fucking crazy. But yeah, the shitting later is fucking so stupid.
I know.
Okay, hold on. That can't phone work. Oh yeah. How does Emily? Cause we go back to Emily being an idiot
Oh.
because she just believes it's him,
Yeah.
Rocky, on the phone
She's
when
been
Buddy's like, come over to the front
Well,
door.
when he first starts
He's like,
talking, dude, he's in his
"Hello?"
normal voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello.
And then she wakes up.
And then she's like, Rocky. I hate when people do that in movies when they hear something that's clearly not something they know and they're like, so and so, is that you? Like, no.
Yeah, fuck Emily.
Yeah, you
Just
dummy.
Stupid character.
Yeah.
Stupid
So
character.
she just comes over and
Yeah.
oh,
and
and
then,
then she beats someone up.
we have that little cutaway to her, the mom saying like, maybe it's my Asian side, which was just still confusing because
Yeah.
just
Like, how do you not know what specific ethnicity you are?
I want to know
And
how.
then I thought she was gonna be like, and that's my white side, but she said American.
Yeah.
So it's like one of them's the ethnicity, or
And
I guess,
yeah.
and one's not.
I
Yeah.
wonder how white her mom was, looking at how Asian, how Japanese her dad is.
Yeah. Because she does, like,
She was Swiss.
yeah, maybe. Maybe it was that lady in the photo because she was, like, very Caucasian and blonde.
White as the driven snow.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Okay.
it can happen though. No,
Well,
I'm not sure.
I don't
Whatever.
know because, like, from a biological standpoint, Japanese people have very dominant traits like dark hair, dark eyes. Like, if a Japanese person is procreating with, blonde, blue-eyed, the likelihood of that kid having blonde, blue-eyed traits is like 99% against.
Yeah.
So the shit don't add
the
up.
mom has brown hair, doesn't she?
Yeah, but she doesn't have brown eyes.
Oh.
And she does not look any sort of
Yeah.
any Asian race.
All right.
I'm German apparently, but I want to do like a
I can see it.
23andMe or whatever that.
I do
Yeah.
too, but then
Thing is.
they'll have your DNA in a database.
Then they can clone me.
Or
Imagine if that's
find you
what they were
if
doing.
you'd be something bad.
Put him in jail. We have your DNA on
Yeah.
site. I've never been there.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, so they kidnap the kids because eventually Odd Job shows up, and he's just like, picks the one kid up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On the feet, and he's like, "You want me to drive?" I'm like, "What? You're 10."
I know,
Can't
yeah.
drive. And
And then the scene just cuts.
yeah, that's
He's
the
like,
end of
"You
that.
want me to drive?"
But
What happened to Emily in that point?
she.
The surfers grabbed her and were like, "You better come with us."
Oh, so she got
Otherwise-
kidnapped too.
No, she was behind when the cops came and stuff.
Yeah. No,
I
they
don't
just
remember.
grabbed her for leverage, so the boys came out.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And
Yeah.
then they just let her go.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't remember seeing that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember where she ended up.
Then
But
she just came, I know where the boys are.
Yeah.
Hands her a note.
Tell
And
us,
then
you bitch.
runs. Like, don't you think she'd be questioned after that? Emily just hands the mom a note and books it.
Oh, these
And
cops are stupid.
And
These
then,
FBI agents.
FBI agents are
and then
stupid.
that's when the grandpa comes rolling up.
Yeah.
The shadows in the
And
mist.
he's
And they're like,
he's a silhouette. They're like, freeze! Guns drawn. And hold on, he's with us. I'm like, it's
Yeah.
just a fucking shadow. Like it's just you don't know what it is. They're just ready to shoot him.
and I guess that's the turning point for their dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, ninjas are important, I
We've been
guess.
following you.
This dad was just an asshole. But this whole scene happens, and where am I at here?
Go to the boat, right?
Shows up. It was a
On
silhouette.
the boat.
Yeah, he vanishes like a true ninja.
Yeah.
And then we end up on the boat, where the rest of the movie happens. This is an hour and 5 minutes in.
Which is wild.
So I made a note here, like a real villain would have just murdered these children. This would have been over like
For
we said
revenge
that right at the
against the
start.
granddad, yeah.
just right off the bat. Hire some professionals, not where I don't know where he found these surfers, how they got in contact with each other.
He seems like he's rich. He has so
Yeah.
many ninjas.
Yeah.
And then just 3 surfers.
Hundreds of ninjas, but
Why-
I need
why
someone.
aren't ninjas kidnapping the kids?
They should be,
Just
but
sneaking in. I don't know.
well, we find out later that these actually soon that these ninjas are terrible.
Yeah, the worst.
They
Terrible.
do the stereotypical thing where they fight the kids one at a time.
Like a Van Damme movie.
Yep.
Yep. Hold on, don't attack them all at the same time. And you watch because I've said the choreography was pretty decent, but there are
Yeah.
parts where you're watching like there's fighting here and there's this one guy here kind of like going like, oh, I better shake the stars off before I attack this guy. So it's just waiting and watching, and I'm like, okay, it's still.
They just knock everybody unconscious so easily.
Yeah. And at one point, everybody wakes back up at the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
time. I love it. Oh man, you're awake too? Let's fight.
And then the FBI says freeze from up there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where it's like you're at a disadvantage. You're
Yeah.
all the
God.
way up there. There's no one inside the building.
So there's one part
Oh, I
in
guess
this whole montage where the kids get ahead of these ninjas, and they hide in crates.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen a crate, like a wooden crate, or lifted one
I
up.
don't remember that part.
They're
I think
what-
I looked away or something.
They're well built. And it's like the ninjas, like, it was a scene where the like they were hiding behind these crates.
Oh, yeah.
and they kept like popping their head up.
Yeah,
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe, like.
Mm-hmm.
So then they climbed into the crates, and the ninja like gets over the crate, and all of a sudden,
yeah,
like a
Tum
fist comes
Tum.
through the crate, or he like kicks through the crate. I'm like, that's fucking hard wood.
Yeah.
You can't. You're
That's
90
impossible.
pounds. You can't kick through that.
No one can.
You take a sledgehammer to that, it's gonna bounce off a couple times before it goes right through. And then like another part, same thing. Like someone else kicks through another one, or punches through one, or just steps up through one. It was Tum Tum that just stood up through
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
God, everything's just
Nothing's
made of paper.
realistic in
It's
it.
all made of fucking paper.
The only way I'd believe it is if these kids, not for the crate, just them winning anything, if they had weapons and they
Oh,
were
yeah.
beating
Yeah.
people over the head with things.
Yeah, because they have to
Those
eventually.
tiny little fists.
They eventually come face to face with the like a white faced ninja.
Yeah.
And
Oh
it's-
yeah.
And I'm like, man, this guy
Cultural
looks,
appropriation,
this guy
by
looks
the way.
fucking badass.
I'm just saying.
So they've never been on this ship before, and he's like, "Oh, come closer, little closer." Here he comes. Turns a valve behind him, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
just steam blast to the
Yeah.
face.
And his face doesn't burn off.
Oh, yeah, that would melt your face.
Yeah, you'd be in
instantly.
agony. Your
Steam
eyeballs would just fucking.
fucks.
And then he takes his sword and cuts all of his clothing off.
I know.
Yeah.
Like you just
Doesn't even touch. Like, what is this, Zorro?
Yeah,
That's the only time a sword did any cutting.
I
Yeah.
The whole
wasn't
thing.
offended.
They
Yep.
like hit each other with them, but
Yeah, and he chops his pants down.
and the guy gets embarrassed.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I'm wearing underwear. No!" And then Buddy comes back, and Tum Tum comes back and just kicks him.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is where I was like,
Tum
just
Tum. The only part of that I liked was Tum Tum kicking him. But yeah, what the fuck, man? What a weird ass movie.
it was so much fun when I was a kid, though.
It was.
Oh yeah, this is where Grandpa throws a knife into the man's chest, and the kids are just like, "Yay! You saved us!
You're
None of these
not
guys have killed us
evil!"
yet. Why would he have killed us? Well, good thing you killed him."
Yeah.
I think that's the
It's
positive
dark.
thing about this is it's good for kids because there's
Yeah,
like for young kids.
but like I just thinking back, I don't think I ever really noticed if I was like, "Man, that guy just got killed." I think
Probably
'cause I was
not.
watching other movies, like
Yeah.
R-rated, like
well, my daughter
Cliffhanger,
knows
and
about
fucking
people
Sylvester
getting
Stallone
killed and
movies,
stuff, but
Rambo.
yeah, there's no like none of that stuff. So it'd be good to show my 6-year-old.
Yeah.
maybe.
Tum Tum headbutts the guy holding him. Oh yeah, so some like somebody finally gets a hold
Oh,
of one of these
yeah.
kids, and he's got him from behind, and he just goes bam and headbutts him. I remember watching this movie and doing that to a kid at school. He had me from behind, and I didn't. I was like, he was bigger than
done
me, and I
that.
just bam headbutt him, and just
Yeah.
blood started gushing. Matt Phillips, I'm sorry, dude.
You probably deserved it at the time, Matt
Yeah, he did.
Phillips.
He was being a dick.
Go fuck yourself. Just kidding. Yeah,
It's always weird when you.
you have to defend yourself.
Oh, yeah.
At all costs.
I was
If you,
never-
if you do any self-defense, they just tell you it's not about teaching you how to fight. You kick them in the nuts, poke them in the eyes, and run.
Yeah.
You just need to get away.
Oh yeah, so all the ninjas wake up. Oh, I love this. So, okay, I guess we discussed earlier that the dummy, it wasn't kill shots. It was just like incapacitating shots.
Yeah.
But I love how they're fighting Odd Job, and the grandpa's like, "Boys, remember the dummy." I'm
Oh,
like, oh, he's
yeah.
basically telling them, kill this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because he's like, go for the kill shot.
Yeah.
And they just beat the shit out of him. And he doesn't, because
He just
he's got to
falls.
weigh like 260, 270.
Yeah,
He's
at
a
least.
big dude. And he does not even try to defend himself
I
at all.
know.
He just stands there, gets hit.
I know. That was my favorite. One of my favorite scenes is the kid, and now I'm like, fuck this.
Well, like,
Such bullshit.
what was up with him sitting, like falling down and then kind of going, like laughing a little bit at
I
the end? I'm
don't
like,
know.
that had no point. It's creepy.
What about when? What's my favorite line in the movie? Oh yeah, we should run. We should hide. We should kick their butts. When they're like lined up, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
That was my favorite line when I was a kid. I remember.
Oh my God. I wanted to be one of these ninjas. I did. I loved this movie when I was a kid. I really did.
I did
Oh.
too.
So all the ninjas wake up. All the bad ninjas wake
Yeah.
up. And they all have guns.
Yes.
Yeah, ninjas don't do guns.
Did they have the guns the whole time?
I don't know. Where they got
Honestly,
them
at
from.
this point,
those are
I
big
think-
guns.
Yeah,
They're-
some of them had assault rifles.
Yeah.
Other guys had handguns. I'm like, what the fuck? And if you did, why didn't you just shoot the kids?
Yeah.
Why did they want them alive? Like, did they want them alive?
Because they're trying to get the FBI agent. To
'Cause that's
stop.
the stepdad or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, but they're not like holding them for ransom. So
Fuck, I don't know.
there were no.
There was no real
there
reason.
were no stakes.
No stakes. I haven't said that in a while. No stakes.
No
Oh,
stakes.
Stakes in this movie.
Oh, to get the grandpa to train his ninjas.
Oh,
maybe?
right.
Oh,
Because he does say that.
right.
Do you want to train them?
That's right. That's why he came to him in the first place. You're living in this shithole. Come train my ninjas on my ship.
What's the last part? We're almost at the end of it,
yeah,
right?
they're,
Because I was whenever we get to
ninjas
that
had
last
guns.
fight scene.
So the end fight wasn't bad. It was actually they were
No.
throwing those swords at each other pretty good.
I'll fucking kill. Yeah, the sword throw, but the grandpa jumps on his back with
Tom-
some whack ass chokehold.
Oh,
He just has his arm around here. I'm like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
Get
Fuck
your
ninjas.
fucking elbow in, you piece of shit.
All you gotta do is just reach it behind and get a rear naked choke, and he's dead.
Go to
You
sleep.
just hold it a little longer, and he dies. It's game over.
But yeah, they fight.
Oh,
Grandpa goes down,
Yes.
and Schneider gets tum tum.
Yeah.
He has him up like, and he chokes him with jelly beans.
Yes.
Yeah. and he like, okay, if somebody throws something in your mouth, you're probably just gonna. close
No,
your
he
mouth
does
real
it to the
quick and-
grandpa. He has the grandpa up.
Oh, it's the
Because
grandpa
Tum
that
Tum
does it.
gave him the jelly
Yeah.
beans. That's why Tum Tum's the best.
Tum Tum was the best part of this movie.
That
True,
technique would
truly.
probably could work.
Yeah.
It will
Just-
distract him for a second.
Yeah,
anyway, if he
rather
doesn't
than
choke.
slowly like throwing them in, just like jam
Yeah.
them in.
Yeah.
But yeah, he like that just totally incapacitated him.
Yeah.
He was toast after that.
Yeah.
Because then I just said, "Oh, Dad."
And then he's like, I
Okay.
never lose, and sits up and.
Oh yeah.
You
And then
lost.
yeah, he's like,
You
I never
lose."
lose, and then grabs a gun,
And then someone.
and then the FBI is
Shot
like,
him.
free.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
that's right.
So
yeah.
you never
The dad
see any
shoots
shoot.
him.
You never see any bullet mark or
No.
anything. It's just like
You just hear.
I saw when he like after the sound, and he's like, you see nothing. He just like,
Mm-hmm.
puts his arm on his shoulder.
So now this brings us to the end scene or almost end scene, where the dad is like, "Oh my God, everything's cool.
Everything's
you guys
fine."
saved the day. Great job." And the mom's like, "I knew you'd make a great ninja."
Oh yeah,
They're
a
not
ninja.
even,
No,
like,
a ninja warrior.
Ninja warrior.
Mm-hmm.
They're not even freaking out about what actually just happened. Like
Yeah.
their children almost died taking on a fucking army of ninjas. They're not like, "What were you thinking? You idiots!" Like I'd be scolding my kids. I'm sure I'd be thankful, but I'm like, "We're gonna fucking talk about this when we get home."
Did the dad even hug them then?
No, he did it because then his partner comes out.
That's
And
it.
goes,
I know. That's it.
Well, nice work, kids. Give him handshakes.
Yeah.
You did
And he's
great.
like-
And he's like, we
We-
got to get back to work. You got all this stuff to do. He's like, not
Yeah.
today.
Yeah,
He's
we
like,
need to collect
you
evidence.
have
He's
to
like,
do it.
"Do it
and
yourself."
he's like, I have to do it.
I need to spend time with my family.
we're gonna go get
Oh, yeah,
some
get pizza.
McDonald's.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they're
pizza.
so happy
And-
for pizza.
But here's the thing. This all took place in the same evening. So the boys got kidnapped, let's say for time's sake, at 8 o'clock.
yeah.
By the time all this fighting and the FBI shows up and the bad guys have been captured, it's probably 1 in the goddamn morning. Where are
There's
you
no
getting
pizza place.
pizza?
I don't know. It's the States. They
Seven-
do things different.
7-Eleven.
yeah.
But they live in a developing neighborhood. There's no 7-Eleven
And
there.
then the grandpa's just like, I hate pizza.
Oh, yeah. It's like, yeah, Gramps.
Was that the
well,
end of the
That's the end
movie?
of the movie.
Yeah.
It was. I Not good choice. This was a good choice.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was fun.
You know what's funny is I picked it, and then I was like, oh, you wanted bad movies. And then I'm like, I like this movie. But then when I started watching, I'm like, oh, this is actually perfect. It's a terrible movie.
Yeah, it is awful. Fucking awful. I
I-
give it, so, go ahead.
The Snyder looked like a discount Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like when I saw him, I was like,
Yes.
is that Steven Seagal? What the fuck? He's in this? Nope. Just another skinny black ponytail Widow's Peak guy.
I forget who they said. Oh, no, never mind. Different movie. Moving on.
Talk about it later.
Yeah, like this movie literally had no rise, no climax, no resolution, no story or plot. It was literally just like fighting and sounds.
Hi-ya! 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 Every single time.
Yeah.
I kind of want to
Every
go back
single-
and count the hi-yas.
Oh,
Because
fuck.
I should have actually.
There was never silence. There was
No.
always some sounds or music. Or
Yep.
That's the mark of a really shitty movie is when there's always music. Like
Mhm.
I
Atlantic
looked up
Rim.
they spent $26 million making that movie.
What?
Which one? This one?
Three Ninjas. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I looked it up because I wanted to see
26 million?
$26 million. Well, they had helicopters and shit, so
Yeah.
Do you know how much it brought
That's a
in?
lot of ninjas.
46 or something.
Million?
Yeah.
Really?
So that's good, right?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
a $20 million profit. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. Fuck.
I don't know.
Damn.
Crazy.
I don't know what the good profit margin is on movies.
I
But
didn't-
20 million.
I didn't think it was that good.
Yeah, I just looked it up because I forget what made me think about it, just because it was so shitty. I think.
So now we got to give it a score. And our scoring system it's completely random. It's whatever
Yeah.
the fuck you want it to be. Like yesterday, we were given movies like 2 24-inch pythons, brother, out
Oh.
of 7 WWE Continental title belts.
What was the actual rating? Did you write that down?
53. Oh, it's crumpled up now. I think it was
Oh.
like a 32% from the critics and 53 from
Both
the
of
viewers.
those were too generous.
Yeah, I think it was like a 5.
Are you
point
guys gonna go
something on-
first on the rating?
Yeah, Katie.
I will give it 3 ninjas out of 300.
Wow. Wow. So that's basically like a 1%.
Yeah. Because the kids are 3 and they probably fought like 300 ninjas.
Yeah, it was a lot of ninjas.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it 2 terrible ninja masks out of 9 colored ninja outfits. This movie was terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know which words to use.
I just pulled stuff from the movie. I'm like, this will work.
Did you pre-write this?
No. That's why I let Katie go first. I'm like, what the fuck can I say?
You're doing 3 out of 300.
Yeah.
Just giving it a
That's
1%
fucking crazy,
score.
and you're
Yeah.
3 out of 9.
I'm giving it like a 30%. Just shy of 30%. 2 out of 9. It was 2 out of 9. So it's like a 18%. Maybe around 20.
I'm gonna give it 4 jelly beans out of 10 jelly beans.
Wow.
Only because nostalgia, I think.
That's fair.
It did.
It's
I did have
really-
a
it
lot of
really is a
flashback.
1.
I had a
It's
lot of
one
flashback
dick.
moments.
1 dick out of 10 asses. So that's what I really wanted to say, but we're keeping this clean for the children.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Ah.
Won't you please think of the children? That's bad. All right. Well, thanks, Mike, for coming on the podcast.
Yeah.
Thank
where
you.
where can people find you? What are you on Facebook and Instagram and stuff?
Mike Sauve, Sauve, and the number 10. Mike Sauve 10 on Instagram,
Nice.
Twitter, and Mike Sauve on Facebook.
Done.
Yeah.
And then everybody knows where to find us. We'll put everything. We'll tag everything too.
And did we promote the shows already?
Yeah.
Did, we're
no.
going to say it again. Let's.
Alright.
Oh no, we didn't do the rest of the shows actually. So, if you're in Victoria or ever in Victoria, check out some open mic nights. We got Dylan's on Sunday night. Sign up at 6:30 for the comics. If you want to come down and try open mic comedy, you're more than welcome to. Show starts at 7. Monday, you got Salt Pierogi Bar doing the Salt Mine Comedy Show at 8 o'clock. Sign up is at 7:30. That goes for a good 2 hours. We get a lot of comics on the list. You can also check out Logan's Pub for Black Sheep Comedy. That's every Tuesday. We're just past a few weeks. They have their 2-year anniversary. And 7:30 sign up as well. 8 p.m. starts every Tuesday. And there's also Dylan's Sports Bar, once again, 9 p.m. on Thursday, 8:30 sign up. And if you want to get right into the sweet room, you can go to the Mint on Wednesdays. Just follow Phillips Comedy Night on Facebook and then message those guys and try to get on there. I think that's pretty much everything.
Yeah, that's all the shows.
Yeah. Sweet.
Fuck yeah.
All right, we're all done.
Good time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
This is Real Garbage.